You want to know how politics works? This is how it works. Now, Mitch McConnell has apparently gone, according to the Wall Street Journal, by the way, that's a News Corp run paper at this point, gone to a fundraiser with defense industry officials and said, gimme, 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 gimme. He's like, look, you don't want to deal with those Tea Party guys. They say they actually want to balance the budget and that they're willing to cut, the bloated defense contractors to do that. The defense contractors don't want that. That's why they've actually turned on the Tea Party. McConnell knows that, and that's why he's trying to raise even more money from them. He was talking to particular officials from BAE Systems Incorporated. It's funny because they say the American division of the British company. In other words, a British company. Okay, so, but it's okay because he's taking money from the American division. Oh, I see. A nice way to get around our fundraising rules there. He says to them, according to a fundraiser attendee, in the current debate, spending cuts have trumped robust national security spending. Now, that's what McConnell said according to the attendee. In other words, we're Republicans. Remember, we're supposed to pretend to cut things and then not actually cut them and give you robust national security spending. He's not talking to intelligence officials. He's not talking to the Pentagon. He's talking to defense contractors. In other words, you show me the money and I'll show you the money. This is how crony capitalism works. The attendee then went on to say, the main message he was pushing was, get involved, mainly to teach those who are primary incumbents that it is not helpful to run against incumbents who are champions for the industry. That's awesome. Remember, we're your champions, not the people's champions. We're the industry's champions. So you don't want these conservative, challengers and primaries. By the way, Mitch McConnell, does he have a conservative challenger in a primary? You betcha. Which way are the defense industry going to go? They're not going to go with the real conservatives. Look, agree or disagree, at least there are some conservatives who are principled and who would cut the defense industry and who have cut the defense industry. Now, the crony capitalists, which is, by the way, the great majority of the Republican Party, they got no interest in that. Now, I love the denials because within the denials, you begin to see the reality. Our political action committee's contributions reflect our support for candidates who believe in strong national security and defense. In other words, yeah, of course, we give money to the people who then give it back to us in terms of spending more and more money on the defense industry. And Roger Zackheim from Covington, Burlington, says that among the companies, there's, quote, frustration goes to the Tea Partiers. Interesting. See, Tea Party, they're frustrated with you. It turns out some of you actually have principles, and they don't like that. They're not interested in your principles, and certainly the Republican Party is not interested in your principles. They're interested in cold, hard cash. Now, Jack Kingston is a conservative running in Georgia for a Senate seat. He's a congressman at this point. He's running against another conservative who's to the right of him, and he is not as fervently Tea Party as the guy he's running against, Paul Brown. So what is Jack Kingston doing? Collecting money, of course, from the defense industry. In fact, he's gotten $60,000 for his campaign from Lockheed Martin and General Dynamics and other industry leaders in the defense industry. That's how politics works, my friends. Okay? Now, you think it's just the defense industry? And by the way, so you're clear, BAE Systems maxed out their contribution to Mitch McConnell. It works. Wall Street Journal explains, the effort to beat back challenges from the right goes beyond the defense industry. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce and other business groups have been stepping in to help business-friendly Republicans align with GOP leadership. And they say that is a reaction to the government shutdown in October, which the business groups opposed, and a sign of worries that the Tea Party-aligned candidates might try to eliminate tax breaks and spending favored by businesses. Tea Party, you missed the memo. The Republican playbook for decades has been pretend you're going to cut spending, pretend you're going to balance the budget, meanwhile, direct all the money to the multinational corporations who are paying you in one giant crony capitalism scheme. And when you catch on to that scheme, they're not happy about it. So money in politics was grand when it was used to defeat Democrats, right? When it's used to defeat real conservatives, not so grand, is it?